Saber?
Tell me, why did you break your promise to me last night? You promised me that if you thought you were in danger, you'd summon me.
Ah!
I seem to recall that you and I made a little agreement to meet on the roof today.
Yeah,
What happened? Did you just forget?
What the?
I can take it from here, Ryder. Oh, don't look at me like that. It would appear to me that you've been forced against your will to become a master too, right? Which means we're both in the same boat. I could care less about all of this. I have no desire to have any part of these ridiculous Grail wars.
Then why'd you put up that barrier? You can't tell me you don't want to fight when you're putting up something like that.
I'm sure you're aware we have a Magos here at school by the name of Tosaka, right? I simply thought that with her around, it's best to take some defensive measures.
That's more than a defense tactic.
Oh, come on now, Emiya. You know that I hate to fight. I mean, really. How long have we been friends now, since we were just kids, right? What has it been? 2 years since you were last here?
Hey.
Oh, I'm more comfortable if she stays. But I understand. I'm afraid of your servant, too.
You know, if you're trying to create some trust between us, you're not doing a very good job.
If you want to summon your own servant, go right ahead. Actually, that's a good idea. We put all our cards on the table and show each other what we've got. I've shown you mine, so the least you could do is show me yours.
No way. If I keep her away, you don't get hurt, so let's leave it at that.
You're just as worthless as ever, Emiya. Fine then. I'll get straight to the point. I think you and I should work together, Emiya. I may have become a master, but to be honest with you, I am far from experienced. So I'd like to join forces with someone I can trust.
First, I've got some questions of my own. I want to know about Mitsuzuri. Who attacked her?
Of course. I heard what happened. I feel terrible for the poor girl. It sounds to me like she was attacked by someone's servant. I hope it goes without saying that we had nothing to do with that.
Okay. Next question. I want to know how it is that you were chosen to be a master.
The Mato family is a Magi family.
Since when?
A long time ago. Our powers have since dried up. No one in our family is currently a Magi. We study the lore, but that's about it.
Wait, don't tell me Sakura has studied sorcery too!
You really don't know anything, do you? When there are two children, it's the eldest son who becomes the heir. The general rule is that those who are chosen as successors are either raised ignorant of magic or adopted out.
I get it. So that means Sakura's not involved in any of this Grail War stuff.
No, but it does mean I can't use magic and you don't know its history, which makes us the perfect partners. Together, we could take out our most imminent threat, that being Tosaka. Well?
Tosaka?
Yes, of course. First of all, she seems to trust you, which is good. Secondly, I'm lacking a magic circuit, which means I can't be detected by other magi. So, if the two of us join forces, taking out Tosaka would become quite simple.
Wait a minute. Tosaka said she was able to sense the presence of another Magus at school. If it wasn't you she was picking up on...
Then that means somewhere within our school there's a fourth master. Interesting.
Another one.
I have to say, I think you're crazy to go on trusting Tosaka the way you do. Personally, I think it's likely she's the one who attacked Mitsuzuri. Emiya?
I think this talk is over. I know a time will come when I have to fight Tosaka, but right now she's someone I can trust and I want to keep it that way.
That's your choice. I'll just sit back and watch how things play out then.
Guess I won't be able to help you, Shinji. I'm sorry.
You know what? As a show of good faith, let me give you a bit of information. I don't know who this person is, but I'm told a master has set up shop in Ryudo Temple.
Ryudo Temple? That's Issei's house!
According to my servant, there's a witch up there who's been gathering souls in very large quantities. I have no intention of making a move on her. You have my word.
She's gathered a lot of souls. Tell me, is what he said back there about Ryudo Temple? Is that true? Never mind. That was dumb. I forgot that basically I'm still your enemy.
What he said about there being a witch on that mountain is true. If you choose to go up against her, be careful. She's exceptionally well versed in the workings of a man's mind.
Thanks for the warning. Hey, do me a favor. Keep an eye on Shinji for me. He's not really the fighting kind. Try to keep him safe if you can.
You have a very kind heart, don't you?
A master at Ryudo Temple.
The light's green, Emiya.
Huh? Issei?
What's wrong? What were you staring at the mountain for?
Issei, have you noticed anything strange going on around the temple lately?
Change is constant up there. After all, we've got over 50 monks in training living together. But that said, change never reaches the level of drama. The mountain is a tranquil place, all day, every day. However, there is this attractive woman that my father has been giving lodging to lately. It's put all the monks a bit on edge.
Well, who is she? Is she a nun?
No, her circumstances are a bit unique. She's got a wedding day coming up and father is letting her use a room until then. She's exceptionally beautiful, even enough to catch my eye. Did I just say that out loud? This is the problem with women. Be gone, sexual
it's green
desires.
now.
I don't need you.
Well, see ya,
Come on,
Issei.
I must improve my lax form of discipline. Cuts!
I'm home.
Just why are you so late, Shiro?
Were you out goofing off? The two of us were sitting here worried sick that you might have been attacked again.
Oh, Tosaka, you're here too. I guess that's good. You're just the person I want to talk to.
There's a master at Ryudo Temple?
Yeah, apparently she's some witch who's been collecting souls. She might be the one who's behind all the attacks lately.
Tell me, just how much of what this Shinji Mato person tells you do you think you can actually rely on?
I'm afraid I don't really know. But that woman that Issei's father is letting board up there has me a bit worried.
I thought the talent pool in the Mato family had dried up a long time ago. Wait a sec. If he had access to a grimoire, then that could explain how he became a master. So tell me, Shiro, what was your answer, huh? He asked you to join forces with him, didn't he?
Yeah, I turned him down. I just felt that no matter what I decide to do, I should probably run it by you.
That is the right thing.
Or maybe I jumped the gun when I turned him down. That it?
Whatever. Shinji asked you to join up with him personally. If that's what you want to do, it's not my place to complain.
If what Shinji said is true, he's not going to be a serious threat. Even Ryder ended up being a lot nicer than I expected her to be. I mean, Lancer and that Berserker guy, they really seemed like epic heroes to me. They were totally the real deal. But Ryder, I didn't really get that feeling from her. There was something about her that seems different from the other servants I've met.
I'm not sure I get what you're saying. Perhaps you could explain this, Rin.
Well, I can try and explain the theory behind it. A master and their servant tend to be cut from the same cloth. In other words, if a master is pure of heart, then the servant he or she summons will be of a similar inclination. If the master carries deep psychological wounds, then their servant will also carry those same scars. A master with a twisted mind will quite often call up a servant with a vicious taste for blood. What Shiro was probably picking up on was that there seems to be a huge disparity between this particular master and servant. But keep in mind, we can't trust anything we hear from either Shinji or Ryder. I have no idea what kind of master this woman is, but it makes no sense to set up camp in a remote place like Ryudo Temple. None.
I have to disagree with you on that point. That temple sits on an old spiritual ley line that makes it a perfect place for anyone who wants to gather souls.
Wait a minute. If Ryudo Temple is such a key location, then explain to me why everyone else in the Grail Wars is ignoring it.
Because a barrier has been raised over the mountain. It has no effect on normal humans, but if we servants were to set foot inside that compound, our abilities would decrease dramatically.
This sure is a tricky one. The chances of Shiro and me beating that witch on our own are pretty much slim to none.
By the way...
What is it, Shiro? Something wrong?
I don't know. Something's been bugging me all night long, and I can't put my finger on it. Something just doesn't quite add up.
Do you think it's important?
Maybe. I don't know. Let me get back to you on it.
At any rate, now that we've determined there's a master on that mountain, I think we should attack as soon as possible. Shiro.
No way. We're better off leaving her alone for now.
That's absurd! What have I been resting for if not for this?
If this woman is as cautious and thorough as we think she is, she's bound to have set traps in there. If we charge in there without a plan, it's suicide.
These kinds of risks are to be expected. Listen,
Actually, I agree with Shiro on this.